It's really one of my favorite experiences after moving to California. And this was my very first music video shoot. And I think it was one of the best acting experiences. I'm serious. Really, truly one of the best acting experiences that I had while living in Los Angeles. When I auditioned for the video, I was asked to tell a little bit about my near-death car crash. I had a prominent scar on my forehead at that point, and I know that one of the things they were looking for was real people, and that included scars and all, which made me feel a lot of confidence and made me feel beautiful. Honestly. I was one of the first to arrive on set at about 4:30 in the morning on a very chilly day, and the director, Mark, just instantly started talking with me as if we were friends forever about really deep stuff like the death of our dads. And we really gelled. There was this synchronicity that I was not expecting, and it made me feel so at ease. It was the beginning of a friendship that to this day, I have to say, is pretty rare and pretty magical, especially by Los Angeles standards. I remember that I was so excited to have my hair and makeup done. It's like literally one of my favorite things. But Mark said he wanted me to be all natural. And I panicked and pretty much obsessed for the entire day. But not having that mask of makeup really helped me to become more vulnerable. And boy, was that a great choice. I'll never forget that. So pretty much as soon as I got there, there was this beautiful morning mist coming up, and Mark was all excited, and he has so much passion, you know, and he was like, come on, let's go over to the woods and start filming. This is gorgeous. And then he started directing me, you know, to do that beautiful running through the woods enchanted part of the video, and it just kind of let's go, like very guerrilla style, which I love. It's so exciting. It was such an adrenaline rush, and it was just instantly, you know, acting 101. And the interior of this house had a certain sadness to it, and the lighting in the scene that I shot with Mark in the kitchen was like another character, which is often the case with Mark, and it was perfectly melancholy, just perfect. Obviously, you're not using words. The acting was even more intense without having the script and without being able to vocalize. That was a gift. So the highlight to this whole day, and one of the reasons that I actually have been telling this story for years, is when Mark found this yellow brick road on set, which was a great visual. And with the typical pumped up excitement that he had throughout the day, he was like, Tanya, and he called me over and he asked me to do a heart-wrenching improvisation with psychological gestures to reenact my car crash. It was so emotional, lots of primal sounds and tears as Mark evocatively and passionately with his frenetic energy just prompted me and gave me these directions as he whizzed around me with the camera. I was on the ground. I was, you know, ranting at the universe. It was just intense. And then all of a sudden Mark yelled, cut! And in that moment, I heard this huge number of people standing behind me, like a huge crowd clapping. I turned around. I was like, what the heck? I had no idea. People standing behind me watching the whole time. Kind of mortifying because it was raw, you know? So I immediately noticed that there's this super, super cute guy, like really cute with, you know, blue eyes and long curly hair, totally my type. Probably, I figured, an actor, you know? And he was just beaming at me and like staring at me and just had this huge grin on his face. And he kind of came up to me and he was like, wow, oh my gosh, you're an amazing actress. Thank you so much for that. And I kind of like shrugged, humbly embarrassed, you know, wiped the snot and tears from my face. And I was like, thanks, that's nice of you. And I just, you know, didn't know what else to say. So what came out of my mouth was, I feel so ugly. I didn't get to put any makeup on. To which he answered, me neither. And then we both laughed nervously, and I tried to be a little bit more cool and confident, you know, assuming that, I don't know, maybe he's actually just a production dude and he's just super nice, you know? So I found the courage to shake his hand and ask him his name, and he said, I'm Jason Mraz. This is my video. It was so embarrassing. I mean, but he played it totally cool. And I just thought, wow, this is actually not the first famous musician that I didn't recognize. Totally Tanya, for sure.
Now that's totally Tanya.